Welcome to Mountain Valley Real Estate, where you get to virtually walk the property with me so you can get a superior boots on the ground feel for the property.
Oh yeah, I got one. Oh yeah. oh, what is that? Is that a brook? Rainbow? Ask and you shall receive.
So there is well number one, that big tall one right there, the casing. And here is well number two. What's this guy doing? He's cooling off his bottom. Oh man. Anybody know? Maybe it's something normal? I think he's cooling himself off. You can see me drop it and listen for the water. Ready? That was right away. It is a bubbling. Yeah, they do look like blueberries. Check that out. There you go. Anyway, those are taller than me. It's about 3 feet deep down there, but there is water in there. Those look pretty healthy. Those are at least 7 feet tall. Do you like water? If so, raise your hand. Hey, you didn't raise your hand. It's okay, I'll wait. Alrighty then. Are you looking for a property just outside of town with power on the lot, views, and some good usable ground for building on? Well, how about some water too? We're gonna check that out. If you are new here, welcome. I'm John with Mountain Valley Real Estate. And let's see, where is he? There's my buddy Land Squatch right there. If you haven't yet, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my new property videos, released Fridays at 5 p.m. So this is 44 acres located at 14485 Small Farms Road, which is right there in Igo. That's I-G-O. Igo, California. And I went because I'm here now. So anyway, the price on this is $125,000 and seller financing is available. Property starts just before that 15-mile-an-hour sign right there and the power pole, and then it goes this way, and this is like a entrance in. Some of the properties over there, which I'll show you here in a minute when I get to the map area. There's a gate here. Road keeps going. Front's part of this road, but let's get into the big level area up here where the power is. Sorry about the wind noise. So this is some great country acreage for your new home. There are amazing views of Mount Shasta, at least normally. There's some clouds out today so you can't see it. There's a seasonal creek at the back, and there's a few sources of water we're going to check out. One's a spring, and then there's two hand-dug wells that are shallow. The wells are not permitted, but it may be possible to permit one of these. Just check with the Shasta County Building Department to make sure 100%. These wells are about 40 to 50 feet deep, but I plan to check that out so you know what I know. This property is located just 1.6 miles from paved Gas Point Road and the Northern California Veterans Cemetery. So again, I'll show you that on the map when we get to that point. Central Redding is just 14 miles away, and this is out of the snow at about 900 feet elevation. There is about 4.5 acres of really nice topography for your home site, which is right up in here. You can do a ranch or animals. This thing goes until we get to fence line. There's a nice house over there. There's homes on the way in here. a little path leading down to the creek. So here we have a power pole, and it has a transformer on it. That's really awesome. It leads down to another little pole. There's actually a meter on that bad boy. We'll check that out in detail too. I just want to show you the rest of the property that's flat, which is all this. I don't know if you can see the house way over there, but there's a fence over there and that's where it ends. Cool little tree here. Little concrete pad here. Probably a shed there in the past. So I think the only thing you'd really need besides getting the well permitted is a septic. That's a really cool tree. Let me show you the rest of it. But see, this is all flat here. Your views, this is north. Mount Shasta's over there. Got your wood pile already here for your wood stove. You're up on a ridge here, so you got views over here. You got a lot of views over there too. Good, excellent topography, usable, level, slopes down over this direction. Probably see that house now over there. Big old animal trail right here, see that? A couple of them. Anyway, the creek is down there, and we'll go down there here soon. Fence line right in here, just before you get to their yard kind of thing. So that's what it looks like. Those are nice mountains there. So to continue on with the info, there's once again, I'll show you the map soon, but there's 2 parcels here, 2 parcel numbers. There's a smaller piece and then there's a larger piece. We're on the larger piece. The smaller piece starts just as you get onto the property, and this bigger piece is a little bit after it. You know what, I think we should go to the map real quick so I can explain this. So here's the map section. Okay, so today we are starting in Rock Onland. Rock Onland. Yeah, right there, Rock Onland. Okay, so we got to take Highway 80 to I-5, and then from the Sac-Tow Airport, it's 2 hours basically to Redding, California. We're going to peel off though just before that in Anderson. This is Highway 273, and you're going to go down or north toward Redding until we hit Clear Creek Road, which is right here, and we're going to follow that down. We're going west now until we get to this intersection right here. This is where Placer meets Clear Creek Road meets Platina Road meets Gas Point Road. You're going to head south on Gas Point Road, and this is the famous Northern California Veterans Cemetery, and we're going to turn on this road that parallels it. It's called Small Farms Road. Going to go down there not too far till we reach the property right there. Okay, so a bunch of details here. First of all, there's 2 parcel numbers, one for this parcel, one for this parcel. There's a parcel over here that somebody bought, and they have an easement to run through this smaller parcel. So they drive down Small Farms, they peel off onto this road that's on this property, and get onto theirs right here. There's a power pole right in this area too, right there. Anyway, they have a deeded easement across this parcel, so you can't block that, so they can reach their land right in here. That's one thing. Second thing is this smaller piece right here, it lacks what's called legal creation. So basically it was split off from a larger parcel after the MAP Act law was passed in the 1970s without a map. So to rectify that, the county wants what's called a certificate of compliance. I've talked a little bit about this in the past on other kind of 40-acre parcels that I sell out in west of here in Ono. This is Igo, nearby. So you can't get any permits for anything on this parcel here if you want to improve something, unless you were to get that certificate of compliance from the county building department. I think the application you fill out, you have to give them $2,000 along with your application. And there could be a list of conditions to meet. You just don't know until you fill out the paperwork. So this larger parcel though here does not have that issue. So you can kind of see this is the power pole here. You walked by it in the video, and this is where the concrete pad was. There was a building here, a little shed. And there's a little tree right there. And the parcel goes all the way over here, and you saw the fence line right here and the house over there. But yeah, this is all flat acreage right in here. I think it's about 4.5 acres or so. There is a little road or path leading down here. This is not a driveway, so you're not supposed to drive down here. And this is where the seasonal creek is. Also, the wells, I think one is right here, someone's ballpark, or it could be actually right there maybe. And then the other one is right in this vicinity, right in here. And you'll see more of that, but those where the two wells are. But you might be able to permit one of them. Check with the building department. So let's do a little three-dimensional here. Oh, by the way, this frontage of the property from here to here is marked with pink tape, so you know the road frontage if you're out there by yourself. Here's what it looks like 3D. So there's a lot of flat in here, you can tell. There's a lot of flat down in here, and there's a lot of water down in there too, which you'll see. So based on the agricultural zoning here, it appears that these parcels may have a 5-acre minimum size, as in they might be splittable. So you could check with the county building department about that if you are interested in possibly splitting these up. My cell phone says 5G here, so I have internet up here, and taxes are just over 1% of the assessed value per year. I'm going to show you the power, the well, pressure tank, and I'm going to show you down below where there's more water, because everybody wants water. Little H2O never hurt anybody, right? Okay, so here is where I am. You can see the two parcels. You can see the road. Alrighty, let's check this out in more detail, because it's extremely exciting. Transformer. This here, this looks like telephone. You can see the wires cut right here. It looks like hardline telephone if you want. And then here is the power meter. Obviously it's off. Some outlets here. $220, I imagine. Perfect for your Tesla. Okay. This is the old pressure tank. Pressure tank. Your PSI gauge right there. On-off valve right there. This looks like an electrical box. It's got a couple of fuses in there. Obviously it needs a little bit of work, but let me show you the water. I'll show you a little bit of the burn. It's almost like a road down here. So it's about 3 feet deep down there. Comes from somewhere up there. I haven't explored that up there. And then it comes down here, right by Land Squatch Head. And then that way, in where the cattails are. Let's go check out the cattails and then see if we can see where it starts. Maybe we can find the source where it comes out of the ground, I guess. They did a nice fire break line right here. Anyway, water in there. But there is water in there. Those look pretty healthy. Those are at least 7 feet tall. I stood over here, took some close-up pictures, and they're like 7 feet tall. Taller than the land squatch even. I think he's 6'7". I'm only 6'2", so anyway, water seems to stay there. Doesn't seem to go down this way, but a lot of vegetation over there, which we're going to explore after we check out the fire for a second and see if we can find the source where that spring's coming out of the ground. That would be good to know. I can still smell the, I don't know, the burn. Like I said, it was pretty fresh. Looks like it stops right over here. Goes up the hill a little bit. My map. Okay. Had to fix the map issue. All right, let's see if we can find that spring. It's right there, it's wet. And then it flows down. Starts to puddle more. But it's dry over here. But yeah, that's the first spot I see. And then it comes up more. Right in here. But yeah, it's pretty deep right in there after it. Looks like it's got a spring on here because we're on the property. Ooh, I found a big one. Looks like a land squatch size. Not sure what that is. I mean, it's a bone, obviously. So there's the size. It's heavy too. It's quartz. No, just kidding. Hollow. Not sure what part that is, but maybe if you know, leave a comment. There's a fence line over here, which looks like it's somewhere in the ballpark. As far as the boundary goes, and we get toward the end of it. Runs right down here. You can see a couple of the posts here. Well, there's one right here anyway. Right there. So I think that's pretty much the boundary on that side. We're gonna go here. This is part of the seasonal creek thing, I think, here. And I want to show you all this lush vegetation. Here's the grapes. There's lots more grapes too, but some poison oak if you want right there. I'm going to pass today. Massive bushes here. This is the creek is down in here, and they're growing all in through the creek. Creek's right there. It looks dry here, but who knows if it's moisture down there, because this well up here is probably pretty shallow. Here's some actual grapes for you. Right there. Vineyard time. So some cattails. You see those right here? It's usually indicative of some good water. I don't see any right there, but it could be underneath. Could be dry on top. Don't know. But it's not as prolific as or prolific as the other cattails we just saw that were 7 feet tall. Massive greenery, and it gets thicker as you go here. We still have a long ways to go before we get to the end of the property. Walking this direction. It's a big flat right here. Creek is right down there. You see this tall tube. Might look like a post to you, but it's a metal. Oh, I'm gonna pick up a little pebble. This little pebble right here. Here's what it looks like inside there. This is well number 2. So I'm going to show you a little bit more of the property. Greenery. Oh, I wanted to ask you guys about this one. Now, somebody left a comment if it was a colored berry, you could eat it. And these are colored berries. There's, looks like it turns from, you know, greenish yellow to reddish to maybe purple when it's done. Right there, purple. So here's a leaf. What kind of plant is this? Is this edible? The berries on this thing? There's some more. A lot of cattails right there. Those ones are like 7 feet, 8 feet. And it is moist down there. I don't see big puddles of water, but it's definitely moist. I think it's right there. Smells like mint too. Anyway, those are taller than me. Seriously. It smells really good. Sage, is that what this is? Let's check it out. It's not that one. Well, they smell good though. And these white flowery things are 5 to 6 feet. So yeah, more cattails over there. You really should come check out this property if you want some of the water on it. Oh yeah, here's the creek. You see the rocks right in here? Flows down here pretty good. So I'm going to summarize property. So you have power, but not only power on the lot. You've got a transformer, it looks like, right there, which can be very expensive, I believe. I'm not a developer, but I think those are not cheap. There's a transformer there. You've got a meter there. That's some improvement right there for you. There's a lot of water here in the form of, I guess, springs. Probably make one of these into a well with a back permit. Definitely check with the county building department to make sure that that's a possibility. They do hold the keys. And there's a lot of usable land here. A bunch of it down here that's good topography and flat. But you've got, what, 4.5 acres up on top, I think. That's all flat, usable. So that's pretty impressive. Possible owner carry here. I really like this property. And if it speaks to you, come check it out. Let me know if you got any questions. And if you like this video, check out that one right there. All right, underneath that box is some electrical